NWF presents Championship Wrestling.
Howdy, partners. We're back again, once again, with the National Wrestling Federation and Rockin' Rick Mocklin. Where you from, Rockin' Rick? From Auckland? I'm not talking about New Zealand. I'm talking about Auckland, Louisiana. That's right, this boy is a home folk. And what about me? I'm kind of country myself. And I'll tell you what, we're bringing you international wrestling, even though I'm country, Rick's country. We're bringing you the best wrestling in the world right here in New Orleans. And we've got some great wrestling stars today for you, don't we, Rick?
Yes, we do, Tuxedo Terry Funk. We have got Steve Prichard. He's an up-and-coming young wrestler. We've got Hacksaw Butch Reed. We've got Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. We've got Bob Orton. We've got a lot of tag team action. We've got the Rock and Roll Express. We'll also see Hotshot Joey Mag and Chris Adams. They'll team up together today right here with the NWF.
And I'd also like to say that we've got not-so-handsome Jim Cornette. Boy, is he ever a fat slob.
Well, I had a chance to talk with him last week, and I tell you what, he can do a little talking, too.
Well, let's get ready for Famous Amos, and I'll tell you what, he isn't going to try to give you a cookie either. He wants to wrestle, so let's join him in the ring, right now.
Next match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the blue corner, Amos Moses. And his opponent in the blue corner, Steve Prichard.
Well, there we have Famous Amos Moses. I'll tell you one thing for sure about Famous Amos. Looks like some dog's been trying to bite his biscuits, doesn't it?
I tell you, Tuxedo Terry, listen.
How could a man get that many holes in his pants?
Well,
could you imagine his underwear?
He's real slow. He has a little trouble outrunning the alligators in the swamp.
Famous Amos, the Cookie Monsters, pushing Steve Prichard right back into the corner of the ring.
Break the hole. Break the hole. Hey!
I'll tell you what, we're laughing. The old Famous Amos caught him with about 4 lefts and a right there pretty fast. Ooh! Nice backdrop.
We've seen Steve Prichard before. He does an excellent job. Real quick. He's relatively new. Young guy. Really hustles.
Famous Amos was working those biscuits overtime.
Yeah.
They went ahead and landed on them biscuits and then scooted across on them biscuits.
Maybe
that's how he got all of them holes. Scooting on that ring.
I think I'd have to give fitness edge to Steve Prichard in this one.
Amos says he's an honest man. Do you believe him?
I don't know, Tuxedo Terry, but I tell you, I'm looking at he doesn't spend much time in his sun because he's kind of pale complected.
Well, you know, down here in Louisiana, we got a lot of trees, you know. A lot of stuff. Nice maneuver there by Steve Prichard. I was telling you earlier that I really like Steve Prichard. I think he's got a lot of vicious, wasn't it?
Clothesline, tough clothesline. Yeah, you were talking about him earlier. You really liked him.
Yeah, I like him. I think he's got a lot of character. And I think he's got a lot of ability. And I really do. You know, it's so tough for a young wrestler to make it up to the top ranks today. And I really think he will. You know, I don't say that about many people. You know, I'll watch a lot of wrestlers, and I'm not going to say, hey, this guy's going to be good. But we're going to be seeing a lot of it. Very aggressive right back.
Yes, he is. Yes.
A little too aggressive at sometimes. If he just fades back a little bit, you know, and not be quite so aggressive. Aggressiveness can get you in trouble.
I mean, I was going to ask you. Sometimes
nice maneuver. You see that's a nice amateur move. He's riding behind him, sitting in behind him, riding him around the mat. Can't roll over, trying to half Nelson him there. Goes into a pinning position, crotches him. Doing a nice job.
Amos has got his foot on a rope, so he's going to have to break the hole. Do you think, Tuxedo Terry, that being too aggressive and being young sometimes will get a wrestler like Steve Prichard in trouble?
Oh, definitely. You know, I was young one time.
We were all young one time.
Were you aggressive when you were young?
Oh, I was very aggressive.
Did aggressiveness get you in trouble?
Sometimes it got me in deep trouble.
Did you ever try to put a hold on anybody to render them helpless?
Oh, Lord.
Nice maneuver right there.
Well, he's got famous Amos pinned, but he's not going to be able to get the count the way he's got him pinned.
Well, you better watch it right now. He's got that arm grapevine and the other arm half Nelson. So you can see by the way he's wrestling right now that this boy's had a nice amateur background. Trying to force him over there into a pinning position. Now I'll tell you what, if he can tie up both of those legs now, all that boy could do would be to wiggle his nose, wouldn't it? Just about had him all tied up, dropping those knees right into the tricep of famous Amos. The Cookie Monster.
Yeah.
Forearm right there. Straight arm bar.
I think famous Amos is trying to choke him. Yeah, referee forced him to break the hold. And I believe we have Rocky Johnson, the referee that's in charge right now.
Rocky does a pretty good job there, doesn't he? He really does. He's right on top of things, and he's not that big. You know, it takes a lot of guts to go in there and referee a match. And try to control a couple of guys that weigh 250, 260. Reverse chin lock right there. Oh, Rockhead's right in there, though, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Right on top of things. Left hand by Prichard.
Those were legal blows right there. That's by the flat of the palm and by the forearm. That was a by an elbow. These are all perfectly legal blows.
All legal maneuvers.
A lot of people don't understand that about wrestling. But that's a legal move.
Ooh, beautiful. Flying drop kick.
Oh, about 6'6" in the air there, wasn't it?
He really got up in the air.
Yes, he did.
I think it might be over. 2 count. He was able to get his shoulder off of the mat.
Well, Yogi Berra said it was only over when it's over. Vertical suplex. He blocked it. Prichard blocked it. Whoa, nice move by Amos. And he was so happy with it. A reverse roll-up into a bridge. There's a 3 count. I want to take a look at that, don't you?
That was a good move. Steve Prichard wins it.
Hey, you know what? Why don't you take the instant replay and I'll head over here and talk to Chris Adams about a lot of things.
Okay, Tuxedo Terry Funk. We'll take a look at it right here. Steve Prichard takes famous Amos to the ropes, rolls him back, pins him with a bridge. And you'll see referee Rocky Johnson counting him out. 1, 2, 3. And it's all over. Steve Prichard. Very, very aggressive young wrestler.
You know, I want to have an interview here with Chris Adams because I really admire you, Chris, and I really mean that. There's not many wrestlers. I know that Paul Orndorff is one of my favorite, and you're one of my favorite, and I watched you last week here on National Wrestling Federation, and I watched you in the ring, and I looked at a couple of competitors like you and Bobby Orton, and I looked at you, and gosh, you look like you're in great wrestling shape. And I want you people to know out there that there's a difference between wrestling and weightlifting shape. And you and Bobby Orton both look terrific and look like you've been spending lots of hours. I know you have over the years, but just recently you look better than I've seen you in a long time, you know, in the ring and on a ring.
Well, thank you, Terry. You know, it's really an honor for me to be with the new wrestling federation, the National Wrestling Federation. Like Terry said, we're here to wrestle, not to show, and wrestling is what you're going to get. Now, this association has got some of the all-time greats in professional wrestling. And Bob Orton, you're one of them. Terry, you're another. But right now, I've got Bob Orton on my brain. Bob Orton, I don't like the way you wrestle. I don't like the way you talk. You are mine. This week, you and I are in a tag match. I'm coming for you. I'm going to get you. I'm here for you, Bob Orton.
I'm glad you're not looking for Terry Funk. We'll be right back with more National Wrestling Federation. Adios.
Wrestling returns to the East Park Recreation Center in Houma on Sunday, April 26th, bell time 7:30. The NWF presents an all-star card. Then on Monday, April 27th, at the St. Bernard Civic Auditorium, the main event of the night, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against Eli the Eliminator. Tag team action, the Rock and Roll Express against the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and Nature Boy, Buddy Landel. Bell time 7:30. Ticket information 278-1507. This match has been signed for tag team action, but I understand there's been a change. Butch Reed is going to be your partner in the tag team action. Robert Gibson, tell us about it.
That's right. My partner, he got hurt. And what happened, Manny Fernandez and Buddy Landel, they're trying to run a rough shot over everybody. Let me tell you something, guys. I got the man here to be my partner. Butch Reed, all I ask is watch my back. We can take care of him.
Butch Reed's going to be there.
Sure.
It won't be the first time that you and I got together on one side or the other. Huh? You know Butch Reed can stomp and bump, and I'm telling you one thing. I'm tired of people running in and out of our matches. Hey, it's a wrestling match. This is not the movie theaters where you run in and out, boy. Y'all better get your front row seat, because it's going to be live. I'm telling you one thing. A raging bull. Well, it's going to be a whole lot of bull after me and Robert Gibson tags up, you understand?
Landel.
Because Buddy Landel, here he's back. Grinning and grinning. Talking loud and ain't saying nothing. Well, you got to put your money where you know what is. Monday night.
St. Bernard.
St. Bernard. I mean, we gonna rock and roll.
We're gonna do it, Captain.
I'll be just as good a partner as any partner you've ever had, because there's something to be settled. There's something to get straight. There's some knuckle knots need to be placed in the right spots. And Manny Fernandez and Buddy Landel, you two gonna find out where they're gonna get placed. St. Bernard, get ready, get them tickets now, because we're going to be there rocking and socking.
Our next match, one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the red corner, Stormtrooper. And his opponent in the blue corner, Hacksaw Butch Reed.
You know, why in the world did they go ahead and call him hacksaw? Why didn't they call him backsaw? Why didn't they call him chainsaw? What other kind of saws are there? There's jigsaws and all these different things. Why didn't they call him ricksaw?
Ricksaw? What's a ricksaw?
You know, one of them things you pull around over there in China.
I think that's a rickshaw.
Oh, rickshaw.
A rickshaw, but we got the hacksaw in the
I
ring
knew
right
rickshaw.
now.
He was the wrestler. He wrestled down here in Louisiana about 15 years ago. I wrestled with him, broke his leg 3 or 4 times. Just kidding, people. Nice forearm there.
Well, what about this Stormtrooper? I don't know. We saw him last week. I don't know what to think about it.
This ought to be a heck of a match here.
Yeah?
Both of them are powerful men. Pushes him up against the rope. Let's see what he does. If he comes with a legal... That was a legal blow, but it was a little bit fast there. He didn't go with the clean break, did he? Kind of like my wife. She never broke clean. Oh, I am so funny.
I know what you're talking about.
Pushes him back in the rope. Let's see what we get this time. Same thing.
Hacksaw coming back, though.
Forearms by Hacksaw. Shoots him off into the rope.
Shot to the midsection. Stormtrooper's headed for the outside of the ring.
Stormtrooper seems like he's doing push-ups and pull-ups and bench presses and everything else, but it doesn't look like he's been doing enough sit-ups, does it? You better work on that stomach a little bit.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that's a mighty big fist on Hacksaw there, isn't it? And big arms behind it. You know, it's got a lot, kind of like, what do you call that? It's a horsepower or something in them cars, you know. Kind of like a horsepower, like a big engine.
No doubt the Hacksaw's strong. Tremendous upper body.
Oh. That would have scared me to death, too, looking at that man right there.
Turn around and see that fist ready to connect.
Scary situation. Speaking about situation. Oh, Rusty Bowie's going to be in a scary situation a little later on today, isn't he?
He's going to wrestle Eli, the Eliminator.
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt. I never mean to interrupt you. A little reversal right there. I wasn't going to talk about that. I was going to talk about something else. You know what I was going to talk about? I was going to talk about next week we're going to have bees here.
Yes.
We're going to have hammers here. We're going to have lightning here. We're going to have all kinds of special effects.
That's correct. We're going to have Brian Blair. We're going to have White Lightning Tim Horner and Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Oh, you talk about an exciting show. Plus, Paul Orndorff will be back. Plus, yours truly. The Silver Tongue. The Silver Tongue. No, yes, he is. Yes. The Silver Tongue, Rick Mocklin. I fooled you there, didn't I, Rick? Front face lock there by the man. The old stormtrooper. And I'll tell you what, he's not old. He's a very young boy.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure looks young. How about the Hacksaw? He's been around for a while.
He's been around, but Hacksaw's, I'd say, what is it? Early 30s. Early 30s. I would say that right now, he is in his prime of professional wrestling right now.
A lot of experience for those 30-some-odd years.
Well, 30 years, you're moving into it. It's been a proven fact in all sports. If you go ahead and take a look at your Olympic competitors in Russia and stuff, because they didn't have professional over there. They had always amateur all through the years, and you find your amateurs were running 35 to 40 years old. They reach their primes and go to the Olympics and everything else. And over here, you find your professionals are 35 to 40, 42, 43 years old. I'll tell you, he's got a tremendous amount of speed for his fist. He really does. A couple of real nice rights there. Excuse me, a couple of real nice lefts and a nice right. You know, I can't tell what's that left. You know how that goes. Oh,
power slam. He let him up, though. Why didn't he go for the pin? Okay, I see why. You see, it takes me a while to learn, but I catch on.
Look out. He got him. Clothesline off the top.
This is it. 1, 2, 3. It is over. Hacksaw Butch Reed. Wondering what he was going to do.
Why don't we take a look at that one more time? Would you like to see that slow
I would like to see that motion. Here it comes.
You know, I would love to be able to jump like that in slow motion. That'd probably be the closest thing to flying that ever happened. Yeah. Feel like a bird then.
Right here.
Look at it turning around, man.
Stormtroopers on Dream Street right here. Here comes the Hacksaw. Into the picture. Takes him down hard to the mat.
And it's going in for the cover. 1 and a 2 and a 3. And we'll be back right after this break. But who will we be back with? My favorite wrestler, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Yow.
Wrestling returns to the East Park Recreation Center in Houma on Sunday, April 26th. The NWF presents an all-star card, bell time 7:30. Then the big action on Monday, April 27th at the St. Bernard Civic Auditorium. The main event of the night, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff taking on the big guy, Eli the Eliminator. The Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson, this time teaming up with Hacksaw Butch Reed, takes on the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel. Bell time 7:30. Ticket information 278-1507. Joining me, the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel. Before you say anything, Butch Reed.
Cut me right
He said
off.
you got to put your money where your mouth is.
Well, the first thing I want to do is expound on what Paul Orndorff said about the NWF. You know, this is where guys come that have attitude problems, that don't walk around on knee pads with their mouth like this. You know, you ain't got to go on good jaw like that. You know, you take a guy like Greg Hammer, or you take Butch Reed or Buddy Landel, and they nail one of these other guys in these other organizations. They start going, it's not in my contract. You can't do that. Daddy said sale. Daddy said sale. Let me tell you something, Butch Reed. Apparently, you forget about that hand up that I slapped on you, that you sucked soup out of a straw in the hospital for about 6 weeks, about 5 years ago. I trained you. I showed you what it's all about. Robert Gibson, I'll slap you, brother. I'll make you like it, too. It's exactly what I say. You know what? I come home the other night half drunk. My wife said, what are you doing coming home half drunk? I said, hey, I run out of money. And I want you to know that I practice safe sex. I'm safe all of the time. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Now, let me tell you something. There is nothing but pigs, dweebs, and all the other kind of unbelievable names that you can mention on TV in New Orleans. There ain't even no pig farmers here. They got to bury the people up above the ground. That's how fertile this ground is. New Orleans, you ain't nothing but a dive. And all you two-for-nickel gutter tramps out there that put your makeup on with color and crayons, stay away from me. I got a real woman.
Ball, 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the red corner, Dusty Wolfe. And his opponent making his way to the ring in the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff.
Well, Tuxedo Terry Funk, Mr. Wonderful, no secret you're a big fan of his, and he looks absolutely wonderful as he comes into the ring. He's in good shape.
He really does. He really does. And, Paul, I've known him for a long time and respected him, and I competed against him at the last of my career and probably the younger part of his. He was very, very good. Just tremendous, how would you say it? He just, concentration. Paul's got concentration.
How about the word, I've heard this on Monday Night Football, athleticism. That's a good word.
That's very good. He is very
that you're a good athlete.
I like it.
I like that, too. Now, let me ask you a question. Watching this match, we're watching a man like Paul Orndorff. Dusty Wolfe, kind of a younger guy. How much does experience mean?
It means an awful lot, just like right when you saw that Paul caught him with the tackle, and then Dusty came back with the drop toe hold. He tried to go in there for that reverse headlock, and Paul reversed it into a hammerlock. That's what you call experience. It's secondary. It's not primary. It's secondary. You don't even think about it. It just happens. You just make those moves, and that's what Paul did.
Wrestling a guy like Dusty Wolfe, if he would make a mistake due to inexperience, I'm sure Paul capitalizes on that quickly. And as you said, second nature.
That's true. You just see that right then. Paul felt that coming off the top rope. He anticipated Dusty's going to try a drop kick. Moved out of the way, and sure enough, Dusty did do exactly what he thought. Now, Paul's this kind of a guy. He's pushing the rules a little bit here, but Paul will get very aggressive with you. If he can sense victory, you know what I mean? If he can smell that victory, hey, he'll jump right on top of you. And he'll push a referee, but he won't, he'll listen and watch the count. You've got a 5 count to break. Yeah, he's pushing a little far right now. He better be careful.
You know, you think he senses the kill?
He better be happy that Lollipop isn't there, I'll tell you that. Lollipop might decide to disqualify him and run like hell.
Paul Orndorff is definitely in charge. Clothesline.
Totally in charge right now. I'll tell you, this referee was right out on the floor with him and overseeing and everything else. And if it had got out of hand, he would have actually disqualified Paul. But Paul is not he's an opportunist. He's not a dirty wrestler. He's an opportunist. Because that's what it's about, is making a living. You want to make your family a living, and you want to make yourself a living, and you want to do the best that you possibly can. And you want to do it with pride and dignity, too, along with it. And I think Paul does exactly that. Whoa! There goes that big forearm off the top rope. You know, I can remember when I used to jump off the top rope, except I used to fly higher. No, not really. I never jumped that high in my life. I'd be scared I'd break my knees off. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Pile driver. Brilliant maneuver. I think this one's over, Terry. I think it's over. Yes, it is. 1, 2, 3 count. It is all over. Paul Orndorff, Mr. Wonderful.
You know, I would like to see that one more time in slow motion. I'd like to see about 2 inches come off of that boy's height right here.
Here it comes right now.
Let me tell you something. That'll send a shock all the way through your whole body. If you watch it right here, watch his head hit that mat. I hope that referee gets out of the way. Yes, sure enough, he is. We're going to have a great shot of this.
Ooh,
Right there. Believe me.
Tough shot. Well,
Believe me, and it does. It just shocks your whole body. Hey, are we going to be back?
we'll be right back. We're going to see Eli the Eliminator. More wrestling action coming up with the National Wrestling Federation. Wrestling returns to the Houma area Sunday, April 26th at the East Park Recreation Center. The NWF presents an all-star card. Then on Monday night, April 27th at the St. Bernard Civic Auditorium, bell time 7:30, ticket information 278-1507. The main event of the night, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against the big guy, Eli the Eliminator. Tag team action, the Rock and Roll Express against the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel. Joining me, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff, who will be in the main event against the big guy, as I mentioned, Eli the Eliminator. Oh, this guy is as big as they come, and he's as mean as they come.
Well, you know something, as I look up and down that wrestling card, I see it main event from match one right all the way up to the top. And you know why? That's because the NWF, the word is out that the best talent in the world is right here. It's the hotbed of wrestling. We do what the marquee says, we wrestle. And that's what it's all about. And you know something, as far as Eli the Eliminator, he's got quite a following behind himself. You know, he's got all the crazies out there following. And I don't think he is wrapped too tight. I don't think he has both oars in the water. And I don't think he's hitting on all cylinders. But you know something? Neither is Mr. Wonderful. Everybody in New Orleans and the whole area knows exactly what I've done. And knows exactly who I've done it to. They know the people I've laid out of the ring and hurt for one reason. And that's either to win a match, or to win a belt, or to put money in my pocket. And that's what it's all about, and that's what I care about. I'm not out here to kiss and hug a bunch of babies. I'm out here for one reason. And I'm going to win that match one way or the other, Eliminate. When I step in that ring with you, my friend, all hell is going to break loose. We might end up in the rafters. We might end up in the ladies' bathroom. We might end up outside in the street. It really doesn't matter to Mr. Wonderful. All that matters to me is on April the 27th, St. Bernard, you and Eli the Eliminator, is going to hook it up with Mr. Wonderful.
Next match, 1 fall, 10 limit, time limit. Introducing in the right corner, Eli the Eliminator. And his opponent in the blue corner, Rusty Bowie.
Whoa, we better get out of there, announcer, because you're fixing to get in trouble right now.
Eli didn't waste any time getting this match underway. He took it right to Rusty Bowie. You know, Tuxedo, we saw Eli the Eliminator last week. He looks exactly the same. Looks like he hasn't changed his clothes, hasn't taken a bath. He looks exactly the same. This guy's awful good looking.
You know, I was back there toward the dressing room, and I'll have to agree with you. Not only did he look exactly the same, he smelled exactly the same. I'll tell you what, I wonder what them tattoos are of on his arm.
I don't know. But I don't want to get... Ooh, I heard that chop.
Let me tell you something. He is tattooing his opponent right now. Whoa, his opponent's back. Let's have a little tattoo match here. I'll tell you what, those chops are blistering right there.
Atomic drop. Eli's a little hard to stop now. He's a little hard to slow down, too.
Both of these boys are aggressive. Yeah. Both of them are being aggressive, and they're not holding back at all. And like I said before, all matches on National Wrestling Federation are 10 minutes long. So therefore, in order to win, you've got to push it. You can't slow down. You can't pace yourself. You've got to go ahead and you've got to push it to the limit to try to get that win in, because a lot of these guys want to become national TV stars. A lot of them want to make the extra money for winning. And if you settle back and settle for a draw, it doesn't work that well.
You know, you can compare them a lot to racehorses, maybe sprinting, going a short distance of ground. They come out full speed, and they've got to get all they can out of the short time.
I owned a horse once.
Did you?
Yeah, I raced it.
Did you win?
No, it came in third. No, I'm serious, third.
You did really?
Yeah, third to last.
Well, that's all right.
Boy, I'll tell you what, neither one of these guys are going to come in third to last in anything. I'll tell you that. Looks like a power slam right here. Whoop, whoop, what's he going to do with him? Reverse it into a pile driver. That takes a lot of strength to take a man up 250, 260 pounds, change him around like that, and get a 3 count right like that.
3 count, he's over.
You know, he must have seen Paul Orndorff earlier, huh?
Eli the Eliminator.
Say, that's becoming a favorite. Hold on here. Is that Orndorff pile driver? Yow!
Rusty Bowie isn't moving either. He's out. He is out in the ring.
Well, I'm going to have an interview with Eli.
Talk to him. Yeah,
you look at that. I'm going to go talk to Eli.
Here it comes.
The Eliminator.
Pile driver. Here it comes. Eli the Eliminator. Look how strong this guy is. Takes Rusty Bowie down. It's over. All he has to do is take his legs off the rope. He covers pins. Gets the count. 1, 2, 3. And guess what? It's all over. On Monday, April 27th at the St. Bernard Civic Center, the NWF action gets even hotter and heavier. The main event on the card, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff takes on the big guy, Eli the Eliminator, 2 of the more popular wrestlers in the NWF. Also on the card, tag team action, Nature Boy Buddy Landel and the Raging Bull Manny Fernandez take on the very popular Rock and Roll Express. Also the Nightwalker, 6'8", 340 pounds, is also on the card. Now joining me, Eli the Eliminator.
I got Paul Orndorff, St. Bernard. Paul, I've been watching you for a long time. You're one of the best. You're one of the top-notch wrestlers in the world. But you never ran across me. I'm not much of a wrestler. I like the barroom brawl. I like the stomp and kick. I'll cheat. I'll do anything necessary to take over and pin you. I'm the sickest and the most perverted person you've ever come across in your entire career. I've been trained by the sickest man in this career. So you tell you what, say your prayers, because you're gonna need it. I guarantee it.
Eli the Eliminator. He's got a message for Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Joining me now, the ace, Bob Orton Jr.
I'd hate to run into that guy in a dark alley on a Saturday night. No way, Daddy. Orndorff, you're going to have your hands full. And as much as I don't like you, Daddy, I'm going to go ahead. I can't stand looking at the guy. But I'm going to go ahead and watch this match because it's going to be fun to watch Eli stomp your face. I love it.
That action.
Action's getting hot and heavy around here.
278-1507 for ticket information at the Civic Auditorium.
Next match, tag team action. 1 fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the right corner, Ken Massey. And his partner, Wright. Making their way to the ring, the Rock and Roll Express, Robert Gibson and Bobby Holly.
Whoa, here we go. All 4 men in the ring, right? Rockin' Rick. I bet you like them. Rockin' Rick Bachland and a Rock and Roll Express.
Yeah.
You ought to be their manager and wrestle Jim Cornette. Rock and Roll.
I might be able to beat Jim
and Roll.
Cornette.
Rock. Are they talking to you or talking to Rock and Roll Express? Oh, they are.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Talking about movie stars, let me ask you a question. And I'm kind of curious. You know, most athletes, when they retire from whatever sport they take part in, sometimes they really don't know what they're going to do. But I hear you're on CBS on a show called Tequila and Bonetti.
Tequila and Bonetti, it's about a cop and a dog, and I'm not the cop and I'm not the dog. But listen, I hope it lasts for about 15 years. And
yeah, you're right.
I'd like to be like this Norm at the end of the bar of Cheers and just kind of sit down there and drink a few beers and go ahead and make a fortune.
And every time you walk in, they'd holler, tuxedo.
No, I'm playing old Sergeant Nuzzo. Dad, coming. I wish I could have been in Cheers instead of Tequila and Bonetti, but hopefully it'll last a few years.
Well, good.
Well, watch this Rock and Roll Express. Nice tackle, though. You know, he impresses me. That son of a gun, he moves pretty good. He's a wily old coyote, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
I'm talking about that nasty Ken Massey. And look who came in here. Oh, Wire. You know, talk about Wire. Oh, Wildfire. Wire. Right. How did that sound? What is that, a manicure? What do they call it? Manicure, monocle. What the hell do you call that when you throw a name on somebody?
I'm drawing a blank right now.
I am too. Well, that's called a blank, and that's exactly where I am right now. Here they come back in the ring. Bobby Holly. Kid's a young kid, isn't he?
Yeah, he sure is. They're both very, very good, too. An excellent tag team.
Now, I'll tell you what, here's a guy in the ring here. I'll tell you what, talk about a ring general. There he is. Say, Robert is a ring general. He has been for years, you know. He's been around a long time. He's got everything going for him. And a great kid, too. Great guy.
The crowd really behind
nothing of a big head at all. Neither one of the Rock and Roll Express are the kind of guys that go out and say, hey, walk up to them, say, how you doing? They'll sit down there and talk to you and what do you call it? A Twinkie with your, whatever the hell they call it.
They just come out and do their job, and they do it well, too.
They do it well, but they're not big-headed at all, and they're real people and real good young people and great attitude.
Yeah. You know what I notice about their matches, Tuxedo Terry? A lot of times, even tag team action, it slows down some. Never a dull moment with these guys. They're constantly in and out of the ring, trying different maneuvers and tactics, and they keep the match flowing from the time the bell sounds. Teamwork. Look at this teamwork.
Do you think these kids are handsome?
Well, I mean, I'm not...
Don't tell me. Are they handsome?
Well, I think they attract girls. Yeah, I think
You think, well, then you think they're handsome.
Well,
see how aggressive he is there? He wouldn't look at little Wire back in that ring there. Old Bobby was right back up there, and I'll guarantee you that Robert taught him that. But, yeah, you think they're handsome, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I think that they
You think they're good-looking, aren't you?
They would definitely be the favorites with the ladies over the two guys they're wrestling right now.
Who do you think's better looking, them or me?
You and I. You and I are better looking tag team than they
Them or me? I didn't say you and I.
You are, of course.
No, but yeah, you aren't. They're much handsomer than you are. They're Sonny. I can call you Sonny, can I?
Yeah.
Treat your elders with respect.
Yes, sir, I will. I'll tell you what, Nasty Ken Massey's getting a little school in here, but he just made the tag. He'll get a well-deserved break.
What a character this is. Look at him now. He's about 5'11", but he's standing about 6'8", isn't he there? He kind of just puffed it up and stuck it out there, didn't he? Whoa. Exciting move right there. Just got him right up over that top rope.
Nasty Ken Massey's partner's going to try to go over there and help him and force him back into the ring. Massey wants a little bit more of a break. He doesn't want to go back in there. He's going to help his partner get back in there and take some punishment.
Whoa, beautiful suplex right there.
No, only a 2 count. Now, you notice Massey is holding his hand in the ring when there's no chance that Wright can get to him.
You know, I want to tell you something right now, you know, is that right after this match right here, that you're going to interview the winners.
I'm going to go down and talk to whoever is the winner. Right. Whoever is the winner. I tell you what, I sure hope it's the Rock and Roll Express, because I don't know if
I'd like for you to have to talk to that Wire right there. And Nasty Ken Massey. Whoa! Did you see that knee drop off the top rope?
You know, I remember in our first broadcast when you stuck me with Cornette, so...
You're going to have to interview Nasty.
Well, I'll just ask him. I'll ask him, how did you get to be so nasty?
You better be careful, he might tell you.
Yeah.
No, I was right the last time. I might be right this time right now. I'll tell you, these boys aren't doing bad right now. Go, Nasty, go. Go, Nasty.
I don't think the
well,
crowd
Nasty isn't in the ring.
No, he's not. Wire right in.
Well, yeah, go, Wire, go.
How about the physique on Wire? He's losing his pants.
Looks like he's got that furniture disease, you know. You know what that is, don't you?
Tell me.
His chest falls down into his drawers. Beautiful slam right there. No, I'm going to tell you what, though. This son of a gun is a good wrestler. I've seen him around a lot of times. And I'll tell you what, I've seen him beat a lot of the good wrestlers in the country today. He'll surprise you. He will. He's just he's like a doggone bulldog or something. He just never, he just keeps on turning around coming at you, you know. And you think you got him beat. You think you got him whipped down. And he'll just keep on coming back at you. He'll just keep on turning around, old Wire will, and come back. I guess that's why they call him Wire. Look at him. Whoa, whoa. Oh, Wire give him a big slap right there.
Whoa. Well, I think all he's done is really gotten Robert Gibson a little mad.
Yeah, old Wire. See, old Wire's a crafty old fox, isn't he there?
Yeah, he sure is.
What's Wire up to right now?
I don't know. Tag's been made, Bobby Holly.
He will, though. He'll just keep on. You just keep on turning around. Pretty soon you wear yourself out. No. Oh, Wire's still there. Oh, Wire's being Wire, you know.
Now, here comes
Bob Wire. What kind of wire is there? Bob Wire.
Chicken wire.
Chicken wire. Hey, he isn't chicken wire. I'll guarantee that. He's Bob Wire. Barb. Not Bob. Barb. That sounds rather feminine, doesn't it? Barb wire. Barbara wire. Heavy into that turnbuckle right there. Let's check that shoulder out. I'll tell you, right there, a referee should call for a break and check that shoulder right now, because I'm telling you what, I don't know if he...
Now, he can do that. He can call for a break to really look at it.
Call back, sure, and either call a match or not, because he hit full force right in that post, and I'll tell you what, that's how you knock down the shoulder real fast, and he might have. See, old Massey's pretty smart, though. He came right back to that shoulder, didn't he?
Yeah, he sure did.
It's not
going to work on that body part.
It'd take a moron not to go back to his shoulder. So all he did is prove us that he was one step above a moron.
Now we've got old Wire right
one
back
step
in the ring.
above a moron would be a moran, I guess. Anything above an O would be an A, right? That'd be the highest you get. A moran. Moron.
Well, the team of Wire Wright and Nasty Massey, they're in control now. It's the first time that any one of the two from the Rock and Roll Express has been in a little bit of trouble. Robert Gibson is indeed in trouble. Nasty Massey.
Ooh, this guy's got some great moves on him. He does, doesn't he? Oh, nasty kid. Nasty kid's got some slick moves on him. Nice arm drag by Gibson right there, wasn't it?
Oh, he hit his own man.
Right back. He came right back over there and caught him. Didn't he? Oh, Nasty forcing him back in the corner. Nasty's on top of things. Hey, there they are in there right there, old Nasty and Wire. Nasty Wire, shoot him into the ropes. Catch him with a clothesline. Nasty's the kind of guy that can surprise anybody. I swear to you, he'll wind up and surprise you. He'd love to come out on top of this. You'd love to be interviewing Nasty right up there.
It sure looks like
Great. You almost had him right then. You almost had Nasty right there. Old Nasty's the kind of guy that can upset anybody. I'll tell you what, he could sure upset my grandmother if my grandmother had to look at him.
Robert Gibson needs to get over to his prototype,
I am so funny today.
Yes, you are.
Bear hug right there by Nasty. Nasty's hanging on. Oh, look, whoop. Here he comes. Here comes old Rusty Wire. He hasn't been rusty tonight, though. He must have sprayed himself up with WD-40 before he came in the ring. Yeah, here we go. See how these guys are doing?
Tag, yeah.
You got a tag right now. There's a slam. Let's see if we're going to get it. Oh, a drop kick, a slam, a drop kick. Here comes another drop kick. What's going on, huh? Climbing up on top of the top rope. Both these men are on top of each other. The referee's still counting right now. Forearms to the head on Nasty and Wire. They're making Nasty Wire. A double knockout right there.
Nasty Massey goes down to the ring. They've got Wire right by himself right now.
Whoa, right in the face. Oh, my gosh. Drops in there for the count. There's
Three. I think it's over. Tuxedo Terry, I'm going to make my way down and talk to the Rock and Roll Express.
Well, you go right ahead, and I'm going to take a look at that double drop kick. Here it is, right here on slow motion. There's that double drop kick. You can see Wyatt went ahead and took care of Wire, caught him right in the face. Now, let's go to Rockin' Rick at ringside with a R&R.
Okay, we're ringside with the Rock and Roll Express. You guys, now with the National Wrestling Federation, I think it's safe to say that you guys are crowd favorites. Tough match tonight. Tell us about it.
Well, I appreciate it. First of all, say thanks to all the nice fans that stood behind the Rock and Roll Express. Now I got a new partner. His name's Bob Holly. He's better than ever, baby. All you guys out there that think you're tough, think you're bad, baby. 2-on-2, we can't be beat.
Bobby Holly, you two guys work well together. Tell us about this matchup, you two guys together.
Well, first of all, Robert Gibson, you couldn't ask for a better partner. When I got that phone call, I was just as pleased as I could be. You know, Robert, I just want to say one thing. It is a great pleasure to be one half of the Rock and Roll Express, baby. It is wonderful.
Hey, fans, don't stick behind us, baby. We hard to beat, guys. God bless everybody.
We're going to be with you for a long time.
Okay, the Rock and Roll Express will be back with more NWF action right after this. Wrestling returns to the East Park Recreation Center in Houma on Sunday, April 26th. The NWF presents an all-star card, bell time at 7:30. Then on Monday, April 27th, at the St. Bernard Civic Auditorium, the main event of the night, Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff against the big guy, Eli the Eliminator. Bell time 7:30. Ticket information 278-1507. Also on the card, the Rock and Roll Express. Robert Gibson teams up with Hacksaw Butch Reed against the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and the Nature Boy, Buddy Landel. Also on the card, Primetime Ron Powers. He's here with his manager, Michael Allshore.
Joey? Who? There must be a mass conspiracy around here. I'm the only one spending money. I have acquired Primetime, and they put me against this little Italian whatever, Guinea. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. I want competition. How am I going to get a title if they're not going to put my man against anybody that's worth him fighting for? Tell him, right?
You know, Joey Maggs, I watch you every weekend get your butt beat. Well, if you think that you're going to get in there and fight those kinds of germs and get your butt beat on TV, brother, I'm going to do it on a house show. I'm going to do it in front of as many people as they can fit in that auditorium. I'm going to kick your butt all over that wall, and I guarantee you're going to come out bleeding.
Ace Bob Orton, you're here to lend your support to some of your friends.
Compliment to Buddy Landel for telling it like it is. I'm here to tell Paul Orndorff that you better not for 1 second, boy, turn your back or take Eli the Eliminator lightly. Because just like you and I just a few years ago, when we were a tag team, the greatest Louisiana ever seen, and sold out that big Superdome, slapping around to, I forget who it was, but we whipped them pretty good. I know you well. And Eli the Eliminator listens well. And Orndorff, he's ready for you, boy.
Our next match, tag team action, one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing Hot Shot Joey Maggs and his partner, gentleman, Chris Adams. And their opponent. You don't know what you're doing to introduce some real wrestling talent. Ladies and gentlemen, on second thought, that's false advertising. Stand up on your feet and pay your respect to two of the greatest athletes in the history of professional sports. At 260 pounds from Kansas City, Missouri, Cowboy Bob Orton. And his tag team partner, 260 pounds from St. Louis, Missouri. It's time for Primetime Ron Powers.
Quite an introduction by Mr. Cornette.
Oh, he's such a talker. You know, you got that prime time Ron Powers, and you got that late night Jim Cornette. I'll tell you what he is, late night. Because I'll tell you what, he stays up all night eating something, doesn't he? I know. Oh, boy. That boy just kind of grinds on me.
Well, he grows on you, yeah.
No, not grows, grinds.
Yeah, I guess there's a big difference.
There's a big difference there.
Kind of like fingernails on a blackboard. Now look at who is here again tonight.
You know, we
saw
got
him last time.
Yeah. Here we are. We're out here with a great tag team in here. We got, you know, we got Chris and we got Joey Maggs out there and Primetime Ron Powers and Bob Orton. So we've got
a ring full of action.
Oh, quadruple A. That's exactly what it is. Every one of those wrestlers are an A wrestler as far as my books go. If I'm going to grade them, I'll grade them all 4 of those wrestlers in there. Excellent wrestlers in the profession grade. And I love to say that word, wrestling, you know, because they are wrestlers. Look at that. There's a nice wrist lock on him right there. Chris has a good wrist lock on him. Hanging on to it. Watch how he puts some of this European style and mixes it in with the American style, and Chris is very good at that.
I was going to ask you that question. Is there a big difference in wrestling from where Chris Adams comes from to American wrestling?
Yes, there is. They use a lot of reversals that we don't choose. You know, we don't consider them necessary, and they are. They're a very surprising style if you're not used to it. They'll catch you off guard. They're very good at looking at your, looking you in the eye and going for your legs, or looking at your legs and taking your head off, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, it does. It really does. But I guess with Chris Adams, he has the advantage of maybe using both types of tactics.
Yeah, and they wrestle a lot more ambidextrously. I mean, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it does.
He uses the right and left, and whereas if we were left-handed, we basically use our left arm on them, and I believe that if we use our right arm, we're basically grabbing for their left, if that makes any sense to you.
Yeah, okay.
Nice duck here. There he is, Joey Maggs. Beautiful, handspring right there. Did you see that? Big right. Another right. Those are legal forearms, too. He's got that Orton going right now.
Orton's in the wrong corner.
Ooh.
He thought
Another forearm.
He's got Orton down on his knees.
Let's see what's going to happen right here. Shoots him off into the rope. A sleeper hold. Sleeper hold. This boy is very good at this. This is what he finishes good. About 85% of the wrestlers he competes against is he uses that sleeper hold. What he finishes them off with. There he is right there, though. Hanging on. He got a save right there,
yeah,
Orton did.
Primetime helped him out, got him out of a little jam.
Primetime was on time, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. He went in to take care of his partner. I guess that's what you got to do. You don't want to lose the match. You got to go
him outside of the ring right there. He's got that arm. Oh, my gosh. Took that knee right around the ring right there. Right around that ring post, excuse me. Joey Maggs trying to make that tag right now. He knows that he better make it.
Better get in and help his partner. That's hot shot Joey Maggs. Chris Adams is in pain. It's evident that he is in a lot of pain right now. Primetime makes the tag. Orton comes in. And Orton's going to pick up right where Primetime left off.
Whoa! Oh, my gosh.
Look at Adams' face.
That will take a knee out right there. If he didn't, I don't know why it didn't. Cranks back up on that leg right there. Chris Adams doesn't know what. I'll tell you what, right now I'd be thinking about saying uncle. Hanging on to it again. Nice maneuver by Chris Adams right there. Comes back up to his feet trying to make that tag. Is he going to make it or not? He does. He gets in there, tags Joey. Gets a little bit of retaliation with it. Joey Maggs, forearm. Another forearm. Another big right forearm. Let's see what he's going to do with Orton now. 3 forearms in a row. Orton powers him back into the corner, doesn't he?
You know, I was just going to say that he needed to keep him away from his corner, but Orton, as you said, powered him into the corner, makes the tag. Primetime comes in. He's fresh. Now he's going to go to work with Primetime on rather Joey Maggs.
Joey's having a rough time of it. Just got a big elbow off that rope right there. They didn't lose it. They didn't lose a second, did they?
No, they sure did.
They didn't. They just took over right on top of Joey Maggs right there. Cornette's out there offering instructions. which is very humiliating for a fat slob like that, telling you what you're doing wrong, how you're out of shape, what you can't do. Why can't you wrestle better than that? How would you like to have some big fat slob like that telling you that?
No, I really wouldn't. But, you know, talking about tag team, it's all teamwork.
Beautiful kick to the back of the head. Joey Maggs trying to make that tag now. Let's see if he can make it.
Chris Adams.
He better get over there.
Got to get to him or he's in trouble. Makes the tag. Here
he made it.
Chris.
There's Maggs out on the floor. Chris Adams is on top of
Here comes
Primetime.
Orton.
What's Orton doing
I don't know.
He's got him right here. The referee's looking the other way. Where's he taking him? What's he doing?
Driver on the floor.
Oh. Pyle drove him right on the floor.
Right
That's on the cement concrete.
No, Orndorff is coming out now.
He's going down there to help Joey Maggs.
Well, I tell you, I think
Orton
Joey
and
Maggs is out.
Primetime's still in there. He's saying that Orton went ahead and Pyle drove him on the mat. I know that they've been having trouble, Paul Orndorff and Bob Orton, for years. Ever since back in New York City in 1987, 86. I'll tell you what, these boys hated each other back then.
Bad blood between them.
And I'll tell you what, he is rightfully so down there. He's saying, hey, let me be the partner. Let somebody.
Yeah.
That was an illegal maneuver right there. Clothesline by Orton. He's going in for the cover. Let's see if he gets his cover in right now. Cornette's screaming and hollering at ringside.
The crowd is really into this match.
They're into it now. People are on their feet right now. Oh, Orton just schoolboyed him right then. What are we going to go with right now? Oh. That was a back snapper against that bottom rope. I'll tell you what, it looks like the referee's allowed Paul to come in there. Allowed him to come in and be the partner. Paul's trying to get a tag in.
He's just got to
which
get over
is
there
a
to
great
tag him.
thing. I can't believe Lollipop would do something so sensible. There he is, Bob Orton. Bob Orton pulling him back over to Primetime. Ron Powers. Orton's got him damn near in a submission. Excuse my language.
Chris Adams is in a lot of pain. It's real visible.
A tremendous amount of pressure, and right there goes that spinning toe hold, and I know what kind of pressure that puts the knee. Trades right back off to Primetime, Ron Powers.
Fresh man, they keep taking a break, each of them. Gets the rest, comes back in. Chris Adams has been in the ring for a long, long time. With his partner, Hotshot Joey Maggs, out on the side of the ring, on the floor. Chris Adams has got to get to Paul Orndorff right now. If he doesn't get to him, it could be over.
He might make it. He might make it. He got it made.
He makes it.
That referee let Orndorff come in as a partner. He let him have him as a partner.
And
there's right and left. Oh, he's aggressive, isn't he?
Orndorff is going wild. He's taking it to both Orton and Primetime Ron Powers right now. Orndorff going to the top of the rope. This could be it.
Oh, came off with a double axe right there. He's saying, what's he saying? What's he saying? Here it comes. Here it comes. Here comes a pile. Oh.
Look at Cornette.
Right to the back.
He didn't phase him, though.
Oh.
Cornette's going to
Hey, he's going after him. He's going after Cornette. People are grabbing on him. It's narrow right here outside of the ring. Stands are on their feet. Oh.
The bell's ringing. Orndorff has got Cornette in the corner.
He's got him in the corner right. No, they're doubling up. They're tripling up on him. They're on top of him. Hey, here comes Chris.
Chris has got a chair. He's taking it after with a chair now. They got out just in time.
I'll tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back.
What a finish.
We'll be back. And remember, Greg